The active phase of the Ukrainian-Russian war continues at the front. Every day, the Russian command sends thousands of Russian occupiers, heavy artillery, and tanks to Ukraine for a fleshy assault. And all this is to satisfy the desire of one man, the dictator of Russia, Putin, who wants to become an emperor by conquering the lands of other countries. The Ukrainian military is confidently repelling the invaders, ruthlessly destroying the enemy. Today, we're going to take a look at the best moments of Ukrainian military attacks over the past week. I am Hustler. Enjoy your viewing. A Russian convoy of 4 military vehicles, consisting of 2 tanks and 2 armored personnel carriers, was destroyed in the Pokrovske direction. The occupiers tried to redeploy troops to attack the positions of Ukrainian defenders by surprise, but they were completely destroyed by kamikaze drones. A reconnaissance drone spotted an enemy tank on the horizon. Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance transmitted the coordinates to the artillery, after which an accurate, deadly charge was fired. This is the crew of the invaders who entered the territory controlled by the Ukrainian military and were attacked with an FGM-148 Javelin directly into the tank. One of the crew members started to burn, and the other 2 invaders left the tank and fled. Ukrainian troops turn Russian tank into scrap metal with another shot. And here is an example of the fact that in the Russian army, everyone is for themselves. These 2 Russian occupiers tried to escape from the battlefield on a motorcycle. One of them was wounded. In order not to burden the motorcycle, the other occupier decided to leave it on the battlefield. Or another example that happened in the Kursk region, a Russian occupier, after his tank was hit, tried to hide in an ambush by Russian infantry. His actions led a Ukrainian drone to the occupiers. Russian soldiers did not forgive him for this, and one of them shot him dead. And this is another Russian convoy of 8 military vehicles trying to storm Ukrainian positions. One shot at a time, the defenders began to destroy the enemy's intentions. Ukrainian artillerymen fiercely began to strike, destroying all enemies along with their equipment. These 2 Russian tanks wanted to conduct reconnaissance in the Ukrainian-controlled territories. A Ukrainian crew on a German Leopard 2A4 tank drove out to meet them. It destroyed 1 Russian tank with a single shot and then began hunting for another. The Ukrainian tank managed to hit another Russian tank, but it withstood the attack and fled the battlefield. And this is the Ukrainian military conducting offensive operations in the Kursk sector. Using tanks, artillery, and drones, the Ukrainian military is successfully destroying the enemy. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spots a cluster of Russian occupiers, and Ukrainian artillery is sent to the same location, striking with conventional bombs and cluster munitions. After breaking through the first line of defense, the Ukrainian military is advancing further. At the same time, the Russians begin to pull together the rest of their troops. But Ukraine's defenders continue to destroy the enemy. This is already the Kharkiv region. A Ukrainian kamikaze drone destroys an enemy unit with a single hit under the tank's turret. Another destruction of the Russian occupiers. This Russian tank tried to fight against the Ukrainian military but received a targeted charge from a drone. This is where Ukrainian reconnaissance men saw a Russian surface-to-air missile system. One warhead was dropped on it, after which the target was successfully destroyed. Another enemy target spotted by Ukrainian drone operators was destroyed. And another fireworks display from a tank. And this was a column of Russian mercenaries trying to break through the Ukrainian defense sector, but the defenders of Ukraine gave a powerful rebuff and destroyed all the enemies. And another accurate hit on the Russian column. This Russian convoy tried to take Ukrainian positions with heavy artillery, but encountered Ukrainian resistance and was completely destroyed. Two more Russian tank crews who made a mistake when they went to fight against the Ukrainian army. Ukrainian defenders fired two drones that destroyed both tanks. In the Pokrovske district, the Russian military gathered courage and decided to storm the positions of the Ukrainian defenders of the 47th Brigade with one tank. But on the way to the positions, they were met by a Ukrainian kamikaze drone and turned the tank into a pile of hot metal. Thank you, friends. That's all for today. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest developments. This video was prepared by Hustler. See you soon.